Ideally, you would have a wedge and your foot is on the wedge. This stance side is slightly bent. And then you can hold on to something if you want to, and you're hinging at the hips, lowering up, getting a good stretch here on the back side of the stance leg, and then you're driving your hips forward, coming up to a single leg stance, trying to squeeze your left glute at the top. So with this one, when you go down, try not to open up your hips, try to keep your hips square. You'll feel the stretch in the back of the hip and the hamstring more, and this is the tempo you're going for. Again, squeezing the glute at the top. Ideally, you would have a wedge on this. You could certainly do it without the wedge, still get an effect, not as great of a stretch, but you could also put a plate on your forefoot and kind of mimic it if you don't have a wedge. Be careful with this though, if you have plantar fascia or foot pain, because if this is not a solid surface and there's a little bit of a give in between your forefoot, it could cause some discomfort in the foot. So I'm not saying don't use a plate, but if it's causing foot discomfort the following morning, that eventually obviously goes away pretty quickly, just do it without the plate. But ideally, perfect scenario, use a wedge. If not, just use the ground.